Hey, what's up, D fam? Welcome back to the greatest Bi-City podcast in the world, the Weekly D podcast. I'm your host, Danny G. We got the beautiful Rufus-looking motherfucker Kyle Austin over here.
I'm consistently going to be offended by that. I don't know why, old Tito-looking ass boy.
We got the incredible, the incredible Twitch producer, Mr. AOZ, up in the back. He's not going to say anything. And we got my good friend, my childhood friend, founder and creator of Flair Los Angeles. Allow us to introduce you to Ivan.
What's up? Yo, how's it going, guys?
Yo, what's up,
Welcome, Ivan. Welcome to the show.
Glad to be here. Thank you.
Yes, we appreciate you for making time for us. We know we're all on different time zones today. Kyle's on the East Coast, you're on the West Coast, and I'm in Houston. So we're all over the place. We're nationwide today.
It's on your side.
Good. It feels good. It feels good to have you on.
By the way, this podcast is sponsored by Nationwide.
Nationwide's
on your side.
I wish that'd be pretty cool if we had our own little jingle. Nationwide.
I know. I was gonna start singing already.
Please don't sue me. I have no money.
Anyways, let's get you into this. Ivan, tell us where you're from and what you've been up to.
So, guys, I'm from Cali. I'm over here in LA. Well, to be more specific, because now a lot of people know. I'm over here in Corona, over here in the IE. Just been, just working on Flair and just trying to, get my name out there for sure. Just, networking and and just, juggling with life. It's literally
hell yeah, man.
Life.
Hell yeah.
Well, survive out here.
Yeah. A little backstory. Ivan is actually my childhood best friend. We grew up down the street from each other. His mom used to babysit me and my little brother. And we were friends for a long time. We've kind of stayed in contact as much as we can. I know it's been crazy. I moved to Texas, seventh grade?
Yeah.
So, I left one spot, came over here, and it was a complete culture shock. I gotta tell you this, you ever come to Texas, it is different. Well, not anymore. Houston's expanded a lot. But when I first got
people from California moving over,
it was different, bro. And so we've kept up for such a long time. We're trying to keep up. But what inspired you to do Flair? Let's just get into it. What inspired you to do Flair?
I was gonna say, dang, you moved to Houston when in 7th grade. I'm like, dude, now you're getting married, bro. Congrats.
Appreciate it, man. Appreciate it.
Very exciting.
I just moved fast, dude.
Your parents will tell you that all the time, and then you just don't really realize it. And then one day you're there at that moment, you're like, you know what? They were right.
Bro, you are not lying. You are not lying. I still remember when I got down here, dude. It was so crazy. It was the first time I had ever seen rain. Because, in Cali, it'll rain, bro.
Oh, hell no.
It don't rain at all. And down here, when we moved down here, we're in the middle of a cyclone or some tropical storm. It literally rained the entire first week I was here, and we were terrified. We didn't know what to do. We didn't know how to drive in the rain. We didn't know how to survive in the rain. It was mad crazy. But, yeah, time has gone by really, really fast.
I know, man. For real, it has. It's been a very long time. Well, I'm glad to be here, finally, kind of chop it up and, just talk. So, and to answer your question, what inspired me? Honestly, here's a little bit of backstory to it. So me and my cousin, we were going to start a podcast actually too. It was around COVID, when first COVID happened and everything. Everybody was starting podcasts, doing lives and everything. So we're like, you know what, we should jump on it. It's it's a good time right now to do it, for sure. And our name was actually going to be Los Primos podcast.
I like that.
Yeah. And we got all the stuff and everything, and it's just, I don't know, it just didn't. We never started it for some reason. Just
It fizzled
I
out.
don't know. Yeah, I guess. And I knew I wanted to do a clothing line for sure, like my own brand and everything. That's been like on my mind since like high school for sure. Yeah, I got the hat on already. For sure, like in high school, like I always wanted to do my own brand. And like I had other friends that had, their own clothing, like they started like their own clothing thing, and I'm like, I know that's cool, but I'm like, I want, like if I was to make it, I'm like, I want something like different, like something different from everybody else and what they're doing. And yeah, just one day I was actually just reading a book, and I came across that word flair in that book, and I'm like, flair, that's pretty cool, and just right there, just started, like, you know what, like I really like that word, flair, and I'm gonna put in, I'm like, I'm just gonna put in Flair Los Angeles, and just kind of started right there, just doing ideas and everything, and just what inspires me is just like, I know I don't want to do like my 9-to-5 job. Like that's not what I want to do. Like I'm not meant for that. Like for sure. Like I know like I can't see myself just working for a company and just
slaving away.
Yeah, and then dying there and
Yeah.
But I knew I had like something in me that like I wanted to do, like either like film, podcast, or just like a clothing line and everything, and that's where I started with just my own brand. I'm like, you know what, like I have a few ideas in mind, and like I want to show people what I can do for sure.
Oh yeah,
nice.
Yeah, that's incredible. Flair is such a good word, by the way. Like, such a good word. Like that's
not to sound cocky or anything like that, but I'm like, when I heard that word, I'm like, flair. I'm like, why? It just like has a good ring to it. It's
brandable.
Oh yeah. In a multitude of ways, you could do a whole bunch of things with it. Because like some people say, like when something pops, it's got flair. People say like also a solar flare. Things like that. You can also go with like a space theme if you wanted to. You can go with whatever you want to with it. Like, and it's a really cool like idea. It's
and I love
really
what you
cool,
did with it.
Yeah.
Like I love how you included the Angels emblem along with the LA Dodgers. And like when I saw that, I was like, "Ooh, that shit's tight. Looks nice." You got the hometown teams on there, which is fire.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
And the A, I don't want it to be like simple, like a simple A, whatever. Like there has to be like on a brand, like there has to be something that pops, like that, like a little trademark thing. And I was just messing with the keyboard and everything, and that popped up, and I'm like, you know what, I like that. I like this design for sure.
Yeah, it looks nice.
And I was gonna say, like, I'm really into street fashion, so that's why I wanted to do, like, you know what, like, since I'm really into street fashion and everything, like, I want to do a little bit of something like that we could wear, like, with our fits, like shoes, with Jordans,
you gotta match it up.
Really popular right now, but something also, like, I'm really into fitness now, so I want to incorporate those two things, like you could wear it outside the gym, with the fit you got going on, or you could wear it to the gym too,
Hell yeah.
Sure.
Hell yeah.
I'm looking at some of these, and like, yeah, they're very cool.
Yeah,
I really like the vibe you got on a lot of these.
So how'd you come? What inspired that new design you just dropped? The butterflies, and you got the flare like globe. Because I really like that one. And I was like, fuck, like, do I want to cop this one or should I wait for the next one?
I'm gonna need one of those pronto for sure. Those are dope.
Yeah.
So the butterfly, well, the globe is always, that's what I started it off with, for sure. Like the flare globe. And I don't know, I just really like that globe design. Just kind of like, oh, no, it was something different. And the butterflies, honestly, is just like, well, recently my grandma passed away. And we were in Mexico, actually. And there was actually a butterfly there. Like it was like that. I forgot the name of the butterfly. Yeah, monarch. And I'm like, you know what? Like I'm gonna do a little bit of something that to remind me of her. You know, like so I'm gonna add a little butterflies just to, you know, for her, because she always supported my brand, my dreams, and everything. She's like, you know what, like you got something going, you know, for sure. And I just wanted to, you know, do that for her, for sure.
Oh, that's beautiful. It's like
I think it's awesome
to her.
She gave me the idea. I'm like, butterfly. All right, I'm gonna have the butterfly.
Right. It's like she gave you an idea even after.
Yeah, for sure. I know.
That's beautiful.
That's awesome, man.
Damn, now I wish I would have copped one, because I know you finished the pre-orders already.
I know, yeah.
So, how do you feel the pre-order game has changed marketing and selling clothes for your brand?
Honestly, it's a huge help. Like, especially when starting off a brand, you don't know how much quantity you have to buy, you know? Like, so like you want to be left over with shirts, you know? And now like you're stuck with all these shirts that you didn't sell, or, you know, and it's just a game changer, to be honest. Like it's just so much easier to work with, you know. Just all right, some people put the order in, I know what the exact amount of shirts to buy, the designs and everything is just a huge game changer, and everybody's like jumping on the wave, you know. It's a smart move to do right now, for sure.
I agree, because we made a bunch of shirts for Doge Palooza, the event we were telling you about before we started recording, and we still got boxes full of them things.
Bro, I wish I had one.
Yeah, which I need to start sending them out. I'm not gonna lie, I've been slacking on it, because like everything we had left over, I haven't inventoried it to make sure like I know how many quantities of everything.
Yeah,
but I mean those were for promo run anyway. So like we're giving them out for free, and we're still sending some out here and there.
Yeah.
After the podcast, I'll get your shirt size, and I'll send you one too. I gotta send Kyle his, because I haven't sent his.
I mean, honestly, just wait till November at this point. Yeah, dude, what the? Because I didn't go.
It's just I'm so busy, like so fucking busy right now, and I forget to do
I
things.
get it.
Like I need to get me a legit calendar with notes and shit to do, because if not,
it's probably the best way.
Yeah.
No, yeah, I get you for sure. Because the first drop I did, I just ordered a whole bunch of shirts and everything. Just you know, had them ready, and I had a whole bunch of leftover. I'm like, man, like what am I gonna do with some of those shirts now?
Yeah, but I mean,
like, you know,
that's where you allocate some of your marketing budget, and just like, you know, you put some of those away and just free advertisement, really.
Yeah.
Because I mean, because when we did Doge Palooza, that's what we did. Like, we're like, are we gonna sell these shirts, or are we just gonna give them away? And we ended up deciding as a team, you know what, we're just gonna give away every shirt we have, every koozie we made, every sticker we made, and get our name out there. And the 300 people that went there, they all got something. Nobody left that stadium. Not even the security guard left the stadium without this merch. Like, everyone had something.
They even took care of the security, man. That's a
dude.
win. Yeah.
We had to make the best of it, you know. And every artist that we interviewed that day, they left with the shirt. They took pictures with the shirts, and it's pretty cool. Like, I'm sure you get this feeling too, like when people tag you on something and they have a shirt on, or they just post something and you see like your logo or your design, you're like, fuck yeah, like I got one on there.
No, it's such a good feeling. Like, it's just like, fuck, is this real? Like, damn, like people are tagging me, like, wearing my stuff. It's just crazy. Like sometimes I forget. Like
Right.
today my friend was wearing one of my the butterfly shirt,
Mm-hmm.
and I just forget sometimes. Like, oh shit, like I did that. Like,
Yeah.
like
It's
that's such a good feeling for sure. Like seeing that, it's just like, damn, my hard work, for sure.
Yeah. Yeah, that's for sure. Like I love when I see people like the shirt or like they tag us on something, or even like when we share a clip and someone just reposts our clip and we get tagged on. I'm like, oh shit! Like we made it on someone else's story. Like that, to me as a creator, like that's the best feeling in the world when you see people sharing your stuff. That's why I'm pretty sure you feel the same way when you see someone with a piece of your merch just doing something, or not even doing something, but taking a picture with it on. Like it goes so far. And I don't think a lot of people realize that, like how far a simple share or just picture of something can really skyrocket.
Even like sharing like my post on like on social media, like on their stories, just like, oh man, like thanks, there's such a huge help for sure. Like little things like that, it matters for sure. People don't realize it, but it is like thanks, thanks for sharing that. Like,
oh yeah, and I'm sure Kyle feels the same way. Kyle is a digital artist, an NFT artist as well, and this dude gets his shit shared all over the place all the time, and I'm sure he knows the feeling just as well as the rest of us.
So they're one of the best things ever. So like, I totally get where both of you guys are coming from. Like, it's some of the coolest things ever to see people like make memes or like fan art. Like, oh dude, it's killer. Like, there's really nothing that can replace it.
Hell yeah. Oh yeah. And shout out to Justin_Ryan for tuning into the podcast tonight. Appreciate
it. Thanks, dude.
He said my brother. I don't know who he's talking to because I don't know him. But shout out to you.
I'm sure we know him through somebody.
I'm sure, yeah.
I know lots of Justins.
I do too. That's why.
But this Justin means the most to me. Means the most.
Just because he tuned in.
Absolutely.
At the most pivotal moment when we're talking about supporting your friends.
Absolutely. I support the homies. That is rule number one. Now, Ivan, question for you. So throughout this whole process of kind of getting started and setting up, what do you think has been the most difficult thing about building a brand? Like,
that's a good question. I feel like creating the designs, like I feel like when you just do it on your own, like you need an approval, like is this like dope? Like is this good enough? Like I'm a perfectionist, so like I always send my friends stuff. So I feel like that part, like doing that alone is kind of tough, like you need someone's opinion on it or something.
Right.
I feel like that for sure. And actually, like, well, I do everything. Like, well, my friend prints the design for me, but I put on a transfer paper and I heat press and everything. So I feel like that process of it, like doing that all by myself, it is like tedious, like dang, it's a lot of work for one person. Like I wish I had like a partner to do it, that way both of us could like manage money wise and for sure help me with like heat pressing like orders and all that. But for sure, like the most, like the first, like the top two is creating designs and handling orders, for sure. Like
kind of making sure you get everything sent out at the right time.
Yeah, because I'm a one-man show for real. Like,
right.
It's hard.
Do you have to weed your own stuff or does it come pre?
I do. Yeah, I do it.
That is the worst thing in the world. That is dude, we made, like, again, like to reference back to Doge Palooza, we made over 300 shirts in 2 days.
So,
we literally stayed up all day and night for those 2 days just to fulfill that. It was insane. Like by the end of it, I was like, I hate weeding. I'm never doing this again. I'm just gonna create screen prints, and that's where I'm gonna go from now on.
Yeah, every time I'm doing that, I'm like, I should just join like the screen printing, like just do that. Or sometimes I'm like, fuck, man, like, how come I didn't create a simple design? Like, why do I gotta do all this?
Especially like the butterfly one, where you gotta overlay everything, and then you gotta weed everything. Oh, it's the worst.
The globe in between, I have to weed it out. And then obviously like the Flair Los Angeles and Made in the USA, like I have to weed those things out.
Mm-hmm.
And then like I have to put the butterflies like on top of the globe and everything. So yeah, it's just a lot of work. I'm just like, how come I didn't create just a simple design?
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Like I said, after doing all that, I hate weeding. But it's also fun. Like, just I'm one of those people that appreciates the process, right?
Yeah.
So it's like everything I do, I love the process of it. I love like
It just gets a little frustrating though. It just gets
especially when you're doing a lot of them, dude.
Yeah, it gets to you. It gets to you.
It really, really gets really tedious. And then you're all tired by the end of the night, and you're just like, just don't fuck it up. Just don't fuck it up.
Yeah. You just like, oh man, like you just want to like rip it or whatever, but like nah, you can't, man. You can't. It's a lot of work. And
hell yeah.
One little mess up just screws it up.
Yeah.
I mean, it definitely takes dedication, that's for sure. Because I mean, one wrong like slip or like sleight of hand and it's done. It's over. It's a mess. It's a malfunction at that point. It's a shirt. What do you do with those shirts? You have to pull everything off. Like, can you do that, or at that point, is it a malfunction shirt? Just completely like bad, ready to throw away.
You just have to print out another.
Yeah, it's fucked. Well, once you press it with that heat press, there's no going back. There's no going back.
Even if putting on the transfer paper, oh man, like you have to get it right, and you have to like
line it all up right.
Yeah, you have to peel it off good, or else if you don't, like if you mess over something, it ribs, like the letter ribs or something, like you're screwed. You got to print a new design.
That was intense.
Yeah, dude. We wasted so much vinyl when we did our shirts, because when it was the first time we were heat pressing, it was like our first go, and I was like, all right, we're just gonna make. This is how stupid I am and how I think I can do everything in one shot.
Yeah.
I bought the shirts 3 days before the event. Okay. And I was like, oh, we're just gonna be able to crank these out. Like I got the cutting machine, I got the printer, like we're straight. We get 1 hour in and we've only done one shirt. And I was like, fuck. Like, I don't know if we'll be able to do this. And then we start going, and then like I accidentally cut some of the vinyls wrong. So once I put them in the cutting machine, like they're too short or they weren't the right size. And then there were some that the shirt was so big that I didn't account for the vinyl, so I had to split the vinyl in half. It was such a fucking mess, dude. Like, I lost so much sleep. I wasted so much vinyl. I was so pissed off by the end of it. Because like everyone pitched in, right? And I was like, well, if we waste the vinyl, I'm just gonna pay the difference. And so I just, oh my god, it was terrible.
No, dude, I definitely feel you on like you do one shirt and it took 1 hour. Like you're like, fuck. Like really 1 hour, like
Luckily I had help, right? But even then, like sometimes, because I'm like you, I'm a perfectionist. Like I have to do everything to the T. And sometimes you gotta let other people do their thing, and you just understand that they're not you. They're not. Sometimes they're not gonna take it the same way, and there's gonna be mistakes made. It just it is what it is. Because we also do a lot of stickers. We did a bunch of stickers. And it was the same thing with stickers. When you want to make them waterproof, like you gotta laminate them, and if you don't set that laminated adhesive just right, you fucked up the whole sheet, and you can't use it. You get a wrinkle or bubble, it's just fucked. So,
thank God I don't do stickers. Like I don't handle that. I have my one of my friends that does that. So
that's good.
I'm sure he has a bigger cutter, so he can do the whole everything in one shot. Like I don't have that. Yeah. I got a little Cricut machine, so we're doing a lot of it by hand.
That's the process of it. Like you have to start like that, like budget wise, you can't like just buy. It's expensive, man. It's expensive. So you just gotta work with what you got and just work with it. That's it.
Yep.
Makes sense.
That's hard sometimes, though. Especially when you mess something up, like, because at that point it's your business. Everything you fuck up, it's out your pocket. It's rough.
Yeah, like someone's gonna wear the shirt. I can't just like, it's fine. They won't notice. Like nah, like it has to be good. Like, if you're gonna buy it, it's like if you buy a shirt off like at the store. Like you're not gonna be like, oh, what's this little thing? Like I don't want it.
Yep. Yeah. It's bad.
Right.
Definitely tests your limits for sure. Like the whole process is definitely tests your limits, but it's fun. It's fun at the same time.
So I guess another random question. So did you kind of test out like what you, when it came to like fabrics and stuff, like clothing fabrics and things like that, did you kind of test out what you personally like best, and it was kind of like, okay, or did you kind of like, okay, I already like this brand, let me see if I can kind of like jump farther into this brand and see where it goes?
Honestly, I did test a few like shirts because for me, like I'm picky with like shirt quality, like for sure. Like I don't like for sure I don't like shirts like when you wash them and dry them and it shrinks. Like I hate that for sure. Like so I definitely tried out like few shirts, and like the first drop I did go with the Gildan heavy beefy t-shirt, whatever. Yeah, that's what I went with. The first drop. I did like it. But I was like, you know what, like there has to be like a different brand, like different shirt that kind of fits to like what I like. And I like the oversized look, it's that's what I like. And it's really popular right now too.
Yeah.
And that's when I came across Los Angeles Apparel. That's like a really, really big brand right now. It's popping for sure. And I bought a couple shirts from them. And by the way, I'm not plugging them. So, but I bought a couple shirts from them, and I slapped on like my design and everything. And, oh man, the shirts are so comfy. So I was like, you know what? I'm just gonna stick to this brand for sure. Like I'm not gonna leave.
Like, it makes sense.
Yeah, the quality is really good.
Yeah, when you find what you like, you find what you like. Like there's no point in leaving it or going to something else.
Because it has an oversized look. It has a like the heavy feel to it. The collars, kind of hugs your neck a little bit, but it's still kind of breathable. That's what I like.
Okay.
Right.
And it's perfect for the gym too.
Yeah, I'm gonna need you to send me a link to them after this.
I
can look into them. Maybe I can get them wholesale out here. Because like I said,
they do.
Okay. Yeah, because
a lot of big brands are like using that that company.
Oh really? Okay.
Yeah, it's getting big. I remember when I first found out about it.
Yeah.
When I first found out about it, I'm like, okay, it's kind of low key. I'm not gonna tell anyone. And a lot of other brands started, buying or started using them, and I was like, well, I already use their brand, so
yeah. I'm like, oh yeah, you were ahead of the game.
Yeah, that reminds me of the days like Comfort Colors, like when they first came out.
Yeah.
They were so soft, and they weren't owned by. It was back before they were owned by Gildan. When they were like super soft and like very like only certain people knew about Comfort Colors. But when you're able to get a shirt, you know how like the way you wash it, it just got better every single time you washed it.
That's a huge thing for me.
Like that.
When I make shirts, like they have to be comfortable and they have to last. Like I hate something that just like gets really rough. Like this shirt has gotten really rough over the time. I bought it on Etsy, and there was the Gildan brand, but the lower end. That's just it gets rough. It gets nasty no matter what you do to it.
As long as you don't hit Fruit of the Loom. Like once you get through the loom level, we're talking about night clothes at that point.
You know what I like? I like Bella canvas. The only thing is like I don't like all their cuts because some of their cuts are weird and they're kind of form fitting. And if you're a bigger boy, like it doesn't fit right.
That's why I like the beefy tees. Like I like the kind of the oversized stuff too. That's kind of always been my thing. Like even when I was really skinny, like I always liked oversized clothes. Like because I just feel more comfortable. Like personally, I like it more breathable. So like I totally agree with that too. Like it's a good fit for people.
Yeah.
No, I'm the same way. Like I like the oversized look. I don't like that. Kind of hugs your body a little bit. Like like, I want to breathe.
A little bit of looseness. Yeah.
Yeah, I agree.
Yeah.
I want some room to play, move around, and
I did know about Comfort Colors. It was kind of hard to get their shirts
for a long time.
Yeah.
Because then they got bought by Gildan and their quality just went down like
massively. Yeah.
But they used to be so good. Like but yeah.
A lot of people were on that wave for a long time too.
Yeah. Because they like the what do you call it? Like it looks like a acid wash almost. Like they're all fade. They all look faded like their old shirts.
So now Los Angeles Apparel, that's what they have now. So they have like that washed look to it and feel to it too.
I love that. So, that's literally awesome. We should check that out, Danny. Like for real.
Yeah, they're changing the game for sure.
There might be who we link up with to do our merch. Yeah, like I said, we are planning on rolling out like merch for all our podcasts because I don't know if I told you this, but we have some conglomerate called Paper Plate Media, and it's a conglomerate of podcasts. So it's us, it's Kyle's personal podcast called Nightmare on Podcast Street, where they do like movie reviews and like horror movie reviews and just all horror stuff. We had another one called Accidental Chaos that was like a nerdy kind of gaming anime Pokemon one, but they ended up shifting directions and going straight into just like gaming and streaming. So that's what they do. And we have like a couple other podcasts in the books. They got a D&D podcast going on called Rule Zero. And so we're building a podcast conglomerate. And eventually we're going to roll out like our merch, Paper Plate merch, because it's called Paper Plate Media. I just, I need to get past my wedding so I can invest more into the company. And make it a reality.
But movies.
Yeah. Go ahead.
Just horror movies or?
For Nightmare on Podcast Street, yes. It's usually horror and sci-fi, things like that. For that one, we do like a lot of movie reviews when it comes to like what's new in horror, like what's going to be interesting. But we also have talked about a few like true crime cases, gone into some lore. Like we did he's not with us anymore, but his name is Cody. He's my other co-host. We did a thing called Send in the Clowns, which we talked all about clowns and like lore of clowns and why clowns are scary to some people, etc.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, we like that stuff.
Like I'm a movie buff, so. I love my comedy. I love my comedy.
I agree.
That's one thing about Ivan. That dude loves his movies. I remember we used to watch movies at your house all the time.
Yeah.
And your dad had the hookup too.
I know. Yeah, he did. We're tight. At home. We still like watching our movies.
Yeah.
Classics too.
Yeah. What's your favorite movie out like that you've seen recently?
Recently?
Dang.
Put me in the spot.
That new Top Gun was pretty fire.
Was it? I haven't seen that one.
It's really.
I can't think right now.
That's a tough one. We'll come back to it.
Yeah, we'll come back to that.
Yeah. We used to watch movies all the time.
Do you have a favorite retro movie, like of all time, maybe, or maybe a top 3?
It would all have to be like, Big Daddy.
Okay. Adam Sandler. I like it.
Yeah. Adam Sandler. I love Adam Sandler. There's Something About Mary with Ben Stiller.
That's a great one.
Top. And Dumb and Dumber.
Dumb and Dumber.
Dumb and Dumber, yeah.
Damn.
Those are classics.
Those are nothing but classics.
I love all movies of Adam Sandler, Ben Stiller, Jim Carrey. Like they're just legends. You know,
classic
Robin
SNL comedians.
Yeah, like all those movies I love. Like
yeah. You know, the other day I watched The Sandlot. And I was like, damn, like it was like after we had talked about you coming on the podcast. I was like, damn, I remember watching this movie with Ivan like a couple times. We used to watch that all the time.
Great movie.
That was his favorite movie when we were kids because we used to watch it all the time.
Like in summer, we would watch it. Mm-hmm. Sometimes I would watch it before like my baseball practice and everything. It just to like get me hyped up a little bit, you know.
Oh yeah. That movie was a shit though. I watched it, it still holds up. It's still a great movie.
It's still good. Let's see, what are you, Danny? What's your top 3?
My top 3? Like of all time?
Of all time.
Oh, number 1 is Forrest Gump. I love me some Forrest Gump.
Great movie.
Yeah, Forrest Gump. Number 2. It has to be Waterboy. I go with that. Love Waterboy. Yeah. Top 3, third top favorite movie. That's a tough one.
But when you're in a spot, you can't like think about like.
Let me see. I said Forrest Gump. You got Waterboy. Fuck. What would the third one be?
Beverly Hills Ninja.
No, Tommy Boy.
Yeah, that's a good one.
Nah, I think classic. I would say Blood In, Blood Out.
Okay.
Oh, that's a good
movie.
Yeah. Okay.
Ooh, okay.
Yeah.
So I have mine. So it's definitely going to be the first one is The Goonies. I love The Goonies. My favorite movie of all time.
That's a good one.
Stand By Me would be my number 2.
Oh, that's a great movie.
And then the third movie, it's actually a toss-up. The third movie is in between American Me and The Thing, like from back, not the first one, but the one from back in the 80s.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Okay.
I guess 70s, but yeah, that between that and American Me, because American Me is amazing and it's probably one of my favorite like gangster movies of all time.
Yeah.
But like I also love The Thing. It's one of my favorite horror movies of all time. So they're kind of tied there.
You guys mind? I have to use a restroom really quick.
Oh,
I was about to say let's take a break. I'm gonna take a break.
We'll come back after this short break.
Hey, what's up, D-Fam? Take a quick break. Let me tell you about our good friends at HoneySuckleBrand. HoneySuckle is a hemp retailer serving the Houston area. Whether you are looking for some CBD to calm your nerves or a little Delta 8 to wind down, HoneySuckle has something for you. They offer a wide variety of products, including pre-rolls, different iterations of gummies, and my personal favorite, the water-soluble nectar that can turn any ordinary drink to an extraordinary drink. So don't just take it from us. Go online or visit them in person at the Railway Heights Market, 8200 Washington Avenue, Houston, Texas 77007. Get you some Honeysuckle products and let them put a smile on your face. D-Fam, before we move on, let's talk balls, because they stink. But don't worry, our friends at Ballsy got your sack. Ballsy is a men's grooming company that's bringing you products that are uniquely formulated to keep your junk clean and smelling good no matter how hot it is outside. Not only will it make you feel good, it's also good for you because Ballsy uses no bullshit ingredients to keep it all natural. So go to www.ballwash.com and get your hands on Ballsy's sack pack that comes with all the essentials to elevate your ball game, including Ballsy's one-of-a-kind ball wash, their sack spray to keep you fresh in between heavy activity, and their nut rub solid cologne. And for a limited time, Ballsy is offering our listeners an exclusive discount code. So go to ballsy.com and get you the sack pack and enter promo code TWD15 for 15% off your first purchase. Thank you. Now let's get back to the show.
All right. So, like we were talking while we were taking a break, Hispanic culture is very different depending where you're from or where you're at. on the West Side, we were all about Hispanic culture. We celebrated it. We were all about brown pride. We really embraced being Mexicanos or Latinos. And in Texas, it's a little different because like back in 40 years ago, 50 years ago,
in 60s,
Latinos were segregated here. Like the high school I went to, this is a trip. The high school I went to was segregated up until the 80s. Just to give you a little bit of reference, yeah. So it's been a trip. So I mean, I don't know. I want to have a conversation about it. I didn't really think it through. I should have thought it through a little bit.
There's a lot of No Sabo kids in Texas, including me.
There's a ton of No Sabo kids.
Yeah.
Is tacuache culture a thing in LA?
Honestly, yeah.
Is it?
But they call them. I guess they call them here Edgars.
Los Edgars? Yeah, with the bowl cuts.
No que marca.
No que marca. Yeah. And for some reason they'll hang out at Knott's Berry Farm too.
Really?
Yeah, that's like their spot now.
Knott's Berry Farm.
Yeah.
That's so funny.
Out of all places, like right there, like there.
That's fucking hilarious. I would have never thought Knott's Berry Farm at all places.
I know. I was like, oh, okay. Damn, they could afford to go in there.
Right. Are prices crazy in Knott's Berry Farm now?
Huh?
Are prices crazy for Knott's Berry Farm now?
Nah, I don't think so.
No. I know Disneyland for a point jacked up all their prices, didn't they?
Oh yeah. That's hella expensive.
Bro, I went to Disney World last year for the first time. I went to Florida to Disney World. I was so fucking upset. Like it was the worst experience ever because every park is so far away from each other. And I'm so used to like California where everything's just right there. You just hop on the metro and you're there at the next park. Bro, I was pissed.
I've never heard that in my life. I've never heard that in my life.
2 miles for.
Bro, I hated Disney World. I
have literally never heard somebody say, I hate
dude.
Disney World. I prefer Disneyland. Not in my fucking life. This is the first time I've ever heard this shit happen.
It's such a ripoff, though. It's like $300 a fucking ticket to one park.
Well, yeah.
You pay like $400 and you're in both parks at Disneyland.
They priced me out like years ago, bro. I ain't going to be there for a while. To be honest with you. Both parks.
I just say, dude. I want to spend that much money.
I want to have my fun.
Experience.
I want to have fun. I'm going to Fiesta, Texas, bro.
Walk back and forth.
I'm going to Fiesta, Texas, and honestly, I'm going to be on a budget there too. It's expensive.
I feel like you walk to like one spot. You're like, you know what? I'm going to stay here for the rest of the day.
Bro, for real, like it was so upsetting because like I vividly remember Disneyland. I've gone to Disneyland a lot in my lifetime.
Yeah.
And like going to Disney World, I was like, dude, there's only one park here. Like I gotta hop on a car or like a truck or something and go to the next park that's like 15 miles down the road. I was like, fuck all that. And on top of that, you gotta pay so much for each park.
That's true. Park hoppers are expensive though. Granted, just park yourself by the turkey leg truck, bro. You're gonna be good. You're gonna be good. You're gonna have a great time. That shit falls off the bone. Come on.
So I have a question. Well, for Danny.
What's up?
You lived in the West Coast.
Mm-hmm.
You know, now you live in Houston. And it has to be settled. So is In-N-Out better?
You know what? We have In-N-Out down here. We have In-N-Out in Houston.
But it's not the same.
I'm the only person in Houston that goes to that In-N-Out, and I will ride with In-N-Out till I die.
Ivan, he's dodging the question. Finish your question.
No.
Ivan. He's dodging the question.
So In-N-Out?
What's the rest of the question?
Is In-N-Out better?
In-N-Out's far superior than Whataburger. I don't care what anyone says. In-N-Out is way better. The fact that you can be on a keto diet and have In-N-Out every fucking day is the best thing in the world. Fuck Whataburger.
But
I take that back. Not fuck Whataburger, but
yeah, but you're about to make all the Texas people mad. Piss off Houston.
Yeah. I didn't say it. I'm just asking a question.
But recently, it's not you, it's Daniel.
Recently, I heard like it has to be like a spot like at Whataburger. Like it has to be like a specific spot that's good. So
yes, that is true.
Maybe that could be a little advantage.
Mm-hmm. Well, here's the thing, right?
I mean, I'm not mad at the answer, so
No.
I'm not mad.
Here's the thing, though. Whataburger is nostalgic to everybody here in Texas. Like they grew up on Whataburger. They probably got Whataburger in their veins, like Whataburger grease somewhere in there. Whataburger and Dr. Pepper goes hand in hand. Like there's no you cannot change that. Like that is Texas to the max. You gotta have a Whataburger and Dr. Pepper. But In-N-Out's so much better tasting. It's so much better for you. The secret sauce.
I wouldn't say it's better delicious.
For you. It is better for you. It's natural beef.
Bro, if you wanted to eat like keto, all you have to do is just take the fucking like patties off with cheese. It's keto.
But In-N-Out, they serve it to you with no patties.
Yeah, you can order it like that. Yeah.
You don't gotta waste bread. They're even eco-friendly at that point.
You just order it like what is it called, a Flying Dutchman, and
Flying Dutchman, no bread.
I'm the Flying Dutchman.
The secret
fucking animal style, protein style is the greatest thing ever. My mom's letting water. Yeah,
you know,
just thinking about
that's the one thing.
You're all looking. Like...
I will say I do like it, like a good double. I'm not gonna lie to you, shit's good. But I don't like animal style anything. I don't like the sauce.
No, you don't like the spread sauce. No.
I don't like the sauce. It's just I don't like relish.
Bread?
I don't like relish. Yeah. Like it's my only thing because I was like, you know, I'm not gonna lie. When it comes to actual quality of beef, In-N-Out is like where it's at.
In-N-Out, yes.
Like I will agree.
We got a life
I've lived in Texas almost all my life. I lived in Kentucky for long enough, but yeah, I can tell you that In-N-Out, like in terms of the quality of beef and the quality of food you're getting, it's better. But Whataburger, like in a lot of ways at the same time, like there's really nothing better than a patty melt. Like you got to know what you're getting when you go to Whataburger, and you got to go like when you go, like if you're comparing a patty melt to like just a standard like In-N-Out burger, the patty melt's gonna win every time. Like, just let's be honest.
I'm not gonna lie. The patty melt at 2 a.m. after you're fucked up from doing lines of cocaine and drinking all night at the club, patty melt hits hard.
The only other thing I could say that Whataburger would have over In-N-Out is the fact that their tenders with the gravy hit like every time. And you get the Texas toast on the side.
But that's like a whole different like.
Well, that's the thing. Because Whataburger has so many options. There's too many options.
Whataburger's got taquitos. They got breakfast tacos. They got all kinds of stuff.
That's what I'm saying. Whataburger has too many options. If we're talking just strictly burgers, In-N-Out's got it.
Yes.
They're washing.
Yes. The moment you add it on Texas toast, though, it's gonna be Whataburger every time.
Oh yeah. Like Whataburger has this thing, right? Like Whataburger is good. Like I said, the patty melt at 2 a.m. when you're fucked up, fresh out the club, amazing.
2 a.m. is the best time.
They got a little honey butter chicken biscuit. Like
honey butter chicken biscuits hit.
It's fire.
So good.
But when we're talking just burgers, In-N-Out double animal style protein style is the way to go.
I will say, you know what, people that love Whataburger are gonna hate me, but you know who also makes a really good honey butter chicken biscuit?
Who?
Fucking Wendy's. Just go to Wendy's and get a honey butter chicken biscuit.
Wendy's
bomb ass honey butter chicken biscuit. And I only know this because we don't have Whataburger where I live. Like we only have like White Castle, which is trash.
Ooh.
Like
you don't like White Castle? I
don't like White Castle.
Yeah.
I don't like White Castle. White Castle's got a bunch of onions. I don't really like onions that much.
Well, I mean to be fair, the last time I had White Castle, it was like 2 a.m. in Vegas. Mm-hmm. And that was the only thing open. And those things were amazing.
I will say, like, I don't eat the White Castle burgers, but their chicken rings with like just a big old, like, large thing of Big Red. Way to go. Because they have their own Big Red fountains and stuff. And I'm like, yes, this is the best thing ever. But really, like, if you're going for that, we don't even have Shake Shack here yet.
Oh, I was about to say, what about Shake Shack?
It's coming. I've seen them in DC and stuff. Like, but I haven't had Shake Shack yet, so I have I can't say if it's like better than Whataburger or In-N-Out. It's usually in the conversation though.
Yeah, I don't think Shake Shack would be like in a conversation with Whataburger and In-N-Out, but it is good though. It is. Yeah, it's decent.
Yeah.
What are y'all's opinions on Five Guys? Do you think it's a different type of burger at that point, or do y'all think like is Five Guys truly the superior?
Five Guys is good, but it is different.
It's good. Yeah,
it's different.
I really don't like their fries.
There's something different about it.
Yeah.
Huh?
I really don't like their fries. I'm gonna be honest with you. Like they're okay.
That's the only thing I actually like at Five Guys. Is the fries.
I like that they still wrap it in like foil, and so when you take it home, it like all the juice comes into it. Yeah, it's so good, bro. So
the
good.
fries are like, is it too salty or?
Well, we usually get Cajun fries because that's what my wife likes, and like they're not. It's not spicy or anything. It's just too much. Like sometimes I think, or they get soggy super fast too, because they're so thick, like thick cut. That I like crunchy fries sometimes too, or there's a balance. You know what I mean? A little bit crunchy, a little bit soft, and then like they're usually all
Bro, yeah, the Cajun fries. Cajun fries are bomb.
Yeah, when you can get like I get them in like small, and then I'm like small batches. I like them, but if I have too much, I'm like, okay, this is way too much. I can't do it.
Okay.
Well, the small is like the whole fucking bag, ain't it?
Yeah, it is.
Well, listen, bag
it's
fries.
like no matter whether you get the small or large, all they do is change the size of the cup, but the size of the scoop's the same.
I'm not ashamed of the bag fries, bro.
Bro, you gotta dig for your burger.
Yeah, it's
what's
buried
about.
under fries.
You're like, where's the burger?
So Ivan, what's like the go-to food spot when you're fucked up, fresh out the club?
Jack in the Box.
Jack in the Box. Dollar tacos.
Taco. When we used to go to Ray's. Yeah, we used to go to Ray's a lot, and that would be our spot, like Jack in the Box, right there. And tacos. You get the breakfast Jack, Jack, and then like a shake sometimes, depends on what you're feeling.
You ever fuck with the munchie meal?
Hell yeah.
The munchie meal?
Oh,
yeah.
Man. That shit hit the spot. Yeah.
I love Jack in the Box.
The one with the hash browns in it. I don't know which one it is. But it's like chicken hash brown milk.
Yeah.
We used to just go ham on those tacos, bro. Like completely just disregarding our like love for real tacos and just genuine.
Crazy that
just
like
fuck
anymore?
that shit. What? I didn't know. I haven't had Jack in the Box in so long. What do you mean they're not $1 anymore?
Yeah, they're not $1 anymore. After COVID, they raised the prices.
How much?
They're like $1.18 now.
That's not that bad. It's not drastically different.
I mean, that shows inflation to the T.
Is it still okay? So
the tacos get 80 cents more expensive.
Well, because it used to be 2 for $1. I remember when it used to be 2 for $1. Is it still 2 for $1.18?
Yeah.
Okay. That's still doable. I still get 6 tacos for like.
Yeah. Sometimes they have like the three for $1. Well, back then.
That's not bad.
Some they would bring it back like sometimes.
Like back and forth, yeah.
Yeah.
Those used to hit so good. Those are so.
Jack in the Box is a spot for sure. When you fucked up, man, tacos, you can't go wrong with it.
Yeah. Used to have this place.
The ranch for sure.
Oh, the ranch and the hot sauce. You gotta mix it together.
Yeah. Oh yeah, man.
Woo, baby.
It's like a sriracha mayo. Works out, except it's not.
Shit right there.
And I remember we used to have in San Marcos there was like this place. It was like a square list of bars, and there was this one place. It was an Exxon gas station, but inside they had like a taco spot, and literally nobody would tell you, but all of the Mexican grandmas were just like chilling in there, literally cooking up tacos 24 hours a day. So the tacos that we would go there, we would just go and get breakfast tacos like 2 a.m, and they would be hitting absolutely delicious every time. Would you feel sick afterward? Absolutely. But were they good? Absolutely. And you really couldn't blame it either. It was either alcohol or it was the tacos, but you're not going to.
Tacos are so different here in Texas too, dude. Like it's a whole different culture.
Flour is big in Texas. Like flour tacos are.
Yeah, flour tortillas are like everything in Texas.
Flour tortillas are huge.
And beans on tacos. Beans on every taco. Yeah.
So
it's a big Texas thing.
My wife's from like the border town Del Rio, near like Acuña, like 10 minutes from that area. But it's like near the valley, but it's not the valley. Anyways, it doesn't matter. So basically, there's like a taco there that's like really famous, called the guisado bean and cheese taco. And so what it is just a big thick flour tortilla stuffed with like guisado, and then cheese, and then beans, and it is awesome.
You know what? Actually, like in Mexico, they do one spot they do serve them with the beans. So it's bomb. Yeah, and the handmade tortilla for sure.
Oh, dude, handmade. That's one thing for sure you'll always find here in Texas is handmade tortillas, flour tortillas. Man,
corn is hit or
everywhere
miss.
you go. Even you can go to a gas station, bro.
What?
It's handmade tortillas, bro.
Oh yeah.
You just see the ladies back there just whipping them up. It's wild.
You got Maria just right there, just going
on. Maria, Juanita. Fucking everybody's back there.
They don't play with their flour tortillas. Now it's funny because like in Texas, like their corn tortillas, it's really hit or miss depending on what you're getting. A lot of times you're gonna get store-bought corn tortillas, which is like the opposite of where I live in Kentucky. In Kentucky, believe it or not, like all the Mexicans that are from there are actually from either California because they transplanted from California, or they're from Central Mexico, like Mexico City. They're from Oaxaca. So a lot of them like actually use corn tortillas solely. So you can go to like the supermercado or like wherever and get like fresh, like you can see them making the flour tortillas like by hand, like there. But if you want flour, or not flour, the corn tortillas by hand. But if you want flour, store bought. That's all you're getting anywhere. Any Mexican restaurant, it's all store bought flour tortillas. That's how it goes.
It's so weird, dude. It's so weird how Mexican food is Tex-Mex here, and it's not Mexican food. Like if you ever come to Houston, you're gonna hate the Mexican food.
I
like just stay away from
there. I like California Mexican food too, but
it all has gravy and cheese.
Does that sound bad though, Ivan? Gravy and cheese. Gravy and cheese, bro.
It's trash, bro.
It doesn't.
It's trash.
It doesn't sound bad.
Trash.
I think Danny.
It sounds a whole lot better than it actually is.
I mean, if I'm gonna be in Houston, I gotta do the whole experience. You know, I gotta try it out.
Hell yeah! You're gonna go try out breweries. Go hit up the barbecue spots because you know Houston's known for its barbecue.
Yeah, that's what I like. Interested right there.
Hell yeah!
But I feel like
a lot of good food.
Yeah, I feel like over here, like I mean, there's some like I guess some good barbecue spots. I don't know, but for sure, I know like Texas. I know they do have like good barbecue spots.
Oh yeah.
Something you'd be surprised that Houston has that's really good is Asian food. Like
Asian?
Yeah. Houston has Houston's a giant melting pot. So like one of the best things they have. So we have two Chinatowns. Like one's in Bel Air. Technically, the Chinatown and Koreatown, because there's like just the way it's built. But I mean, anything from Chinese food and Chinese food by like region. So you can get like Fujianese food. You can get like food, like depending on the region. Like they have
Cantonese,
Malay, like Japanese, Indian, like everything. Just the best Asian food you can get is like either Chicago or Houston.
Yeah, if you ever want to go on a foodie tour, Houston is a spot for foodies.
Okay.
Like we're like Houston's so diverse in food, it's crazy. It's nothing like California where most of the spots are like Mexican food spots and shit. Like here, it's if you want Indian food, there's like 20 different Indian places that are fire. You want Colombian food, like Brazilian food, anything you can think of, like there's a spot. And it's good. Except for Mexican food. Don't come here for Mexican food.
I think you're right.
It's trash.
I'll try some like Mongolian food.
Yeah, dude. Like no bullshit. Like they got it's so crazy how diverse it is food wise.
We got a chain here called Mongolian Grill in Houston. That's just fire.
But yeah. All right. We're at the part of the show where we play a little game. It's called This or That, where it's just rapid fire questions. You answer to the best of your abilities. They're really simple questions, but they're rapid fire. All right. Our first This or That is hot or cold. Cold. Okay. Kyle, do you got one, or should I go again?
Yeah. Let's go ramen noodles or warmed up tortilla with butter.
Oh man, ramen noodles.
I was like, go ramen noodles.
That's a hard one. I was like,
that is a tough one.
Those are my two like. Just like I'm not doing well meals. Childhood meals though.
Right.
I know. Right. I always hit it.
Bro, yeah, tortilla with a little bit of butter, sugar and butter.
Yeah.
Oh yeah. All right. Next one. Chocolate or vanilla?
Chocolate.
All right. Finally, we got a third person to say chocolate. We've been playing this game with every guest we've had, and about 95% of the people say vanilla. I don't know why, but they choose vanilla.
Chocolate person.
All right. Chocolate. Okay.
Chocolate.
Let's see. Disney World or Disneyland?
Disneyland. I've never been to Disney World. So.
Okay. It works.
All right. Let's go Disneyland or Universal Studios.
That's a tough one.
That's a tough one. I think I'm gonna have to go with Disneyland still.
Disneyland? Damn.
Yeah.
I've come to love Universal Studios.
It's good though. Yeah. Universal is just fun.
Yeah, it's fun.
But something about Disneyland just kind of brings like that childhood,
That's
memories.
That nostalgia, bro.
Yeah.
That's that nostalgia.
Feel like a kid again.
Yeah.
All right, let's go beer or liquor.
Liquor.
Liquor? Nice.
Yeah.
Same. Liquor. Boy. All right. Let's see. I'm digging deep for this one. San Diego Padres or the New York Mets?
Mets.
Mets?
I'm not gonna go with Padres, no.
All right.
San Diego.
LAFC or LA Galaxy?
I'm not big on soccer, so I'm gonna go LAFC.
See, okay.
So, are you a hockey fan? You follow San Jose or the Sharks?
Oh, bro,
I'm not
all the way.
I'm not really a big hockey fan either, but gotta support the LA Kings.
The Kings?
Fair enough.
Nice.
Hometown.
All right, let's see.
Okay.
What else I got? Okay, last one. Not last one. Last one for me. Toy Story 1 or Toy Story 2? Yeah.
Shit. Toy Story 1.
Okay, that's fair. I love Toy Story 1 too.
Yeah.
Hell yeah. You gotta go with the classics.
Yeah.
All right. What's your favorite song currently?
It's not to say that.
It would have to be Cochise, Halo.
Halo. Okay. Nice.
Yeah.
Hell yeah. Okay.
Yeah.
Got
any more? I'm ready.
Orange County or LA?
LA.
LA. LA. Yeah. Dude, I like that hat. That's a badass hat. I like
that. That's a badass hat.
Yeah. Is that an actual like Dodgers fit or is it?
Nah. It's by a guy Kill the Hype.
Okay.
Shout out to him.
Even
though he won't even see this, but
I was like, I feel like I've seen like that logo like in a few places actually.
I have.
It's a really
I've seen it.
LA
I haven't
Distress.
known who was doing it. Yeah.
Well, because I've seen it like on No Jumper and stuff like that. People like popping with those hats like on No Jumper and stuff with Adam 22.
Yeah, he's really popular. Like when he did this, he changed the game. Like his own style. And like, what is?
It's so crazy how something as simple as that is just flipping it.
Yeah, right.
It's like just popping
art,
and it became popular. I love his stuff. His work, like all his hats. Like that's all I have pretty much. I like I like all his work.
Yeah,
that's probably like one of like the guys I probably want to work with in the future.
Okay. Hell yeah, that'd be dope.
Yeah, maybe like do something like a collab with a hat, or I don't know, something.
Or do like a limited run of something.
Yeah,
that'd be super dope. Hell yeah! All right, last question is: my name is Ivan, and I am. You just fill in the blank.
When questions are asked like this, it's hard to say. Like it's a simple question, and you just you don't know what to say.
Yeah, well, I mean, you can say whatever you want.
Yeah,
there's no wrong answer. That's the beauty of these questions, right? There's no wrong answer, really. It's just how you feeling.
Or just be like, Danny, I'm shy. I don't want to.
All right. Let me search the question. Where do you see Flair at in the next 10 years?
I see it as a big, company, like working with other brands for sure, like being successful. You know, that's where I see it. I see it for sure. Like it's a vision that I do see.
Hell yeah.
Badass.
Yeah.
Oh yeah. Who knows? Maybe one day we'll do a People Plate merch Flair collab.
Yeah. Yeah,
Pretty
definitely.
fucking dope.
Ultra dope.
That'll be really fucking dope. Yeah. All right, Ivan. Well, this is the point of the show where it's your time to shine. This is the time where you give out all your links, all your social medias, tell people where to follow you, or they can pick up some fly ass Flair shirts and hats. It's your time to shine, buddy.
Well, I'm gonna answer your question. I'm Ivan, and I have anxiety, just like everybody else.
That's right.
You know, you're not alone. We're all battling. You know that.
I love that.
Yeah. You can find me on IG. My personal is Where's Ivan, and then you got my clothing, Flair.Los Angeles. You can follow me there. Follow like the newest drops, newest design that I'm active on there. So just keeping a lookout.
Hell yeah.
Hell yeah. Perfectly said. Thank you again, Ivan, for coming on the show. We're about to end the stream. Just stay on for a little bit. I want to chop it up with you a little bit more. But thank you for coming on. We really appreciate you. It was lots of fun. It was super dope catching up with you, bro. Like I loved it. We need to keep in touch for sure. And now that you've been on the show, you are officially part of the D fam, the Weekly D family, Paper Plate Media family. So the one thing we assure you is that we're always going to be on the lookout for you. Every time you post something, every time you got a new drop, we'll be there. We'll support you, and we'll be sharing the shit out of all your stuff. So whenever you post something, just tag us on it. So that way we can see it. We don't get lost in transition, and we'll just keep sharing it for you. We appreciate you. Thank you to all our listeners. Thank you to everyone who tuned in. Shout out to Bria for tuning in. Shout out to Ethan13, to Jason, and to Justin_Ryan for tuning in. We appreciate y'all.
Hell yeah.
Welcome to the D fam. Thank you to everybody who is listening. We really appreciate y'all. Thank you, Kyle, for tuning in with us and coming on, even though you had an exhausting day. Thank you, Alan, aka AOZ, for doing your thing and making sure the Twitch stream runs perfectly. Thank you, Chris, aka Pudgy Jesus, for doing his thing in the chat and just keeping up with the chat and making sure we know what we're doing, who's talking to us, and who's adding us. Thank you guys for everybody for joining. I really appreciate y'all. Thank you to the listeners. And remember, every Monday we do a live stream at around 9 o'clock, 9:15. It's really 9:15. I'm not gonna lie. We always start late. It's 9:15. But yeah, thank you. My name is Danny G. This is the Weekly D Podcast. We love y'all, motherfuckers. Peace.
Stay sexy.